The great man himself. You know, I struggle to pronounce this name a couple of years ago.
Mckulsky, how you do? Greetings.
Greetings, man. All right, so before we get into it, one of the first things I'm going to ask you for, though,
Sure.
because the people are going to want to know you, you know.
Yeah, man.
And I really I tell you to turn on your camera now, you know, but
No,
you
I
go
have no issue.
restructure your TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
You see that little animation that will get rid of it.
Right.
You need now to start showing who is Mckulsky, who is behind this
Uh,
image. And as
how
we
do
go
I,
on, we will tell you more. All right.
how do I
So it
get
sounds like
the?
you're ready for turn on your camera. You would have want to turn on your camera, sir?
Hold on, not yet. How do I? Because I'm not seeing.
Let me see how many people you have. Hold on. How many followers you have? It's the first thing. Man, I think you can turn on camera with that amount of people. So people now have to give him some follows. Follow him up. All right. So for now, we're going to just keep the big box as it is. All right. So again, good evening. How you doing?
Greetings, boss.
Yes, man.
My respect, man. Thanks for having me.
Yes. So this
And
is,
your viewers are able to hear me now.
yeah, man. People, you are
Okay.
hearing him, right? Just put yes in the comment if you are hearing him.
Okay. Very good. Very good. So let me use the opportunity to greet them also, and thank you, and thank them, of course, for affording me this opportunity.
Okay, great. So, this is Classic JM, and on this platform, what we aim to do is to ensure that the right and the correct information goes out there. This platform will not tell lie, we not do mix up, we not do blender. We ensure that what goes out there is the truth and nothing but the truth. You understand? That is what we are about.
Definitely.
And so what I want to ask, the first thing is, who is Mckulsky?
All right. Thank you for affording me the opportunity again and for the question. Uh, Hidran Mckulsky is the name. Hidran, Hidran. Age-wise, I'm 42 years of age. I have been an educator, an administrator slash educator all my life, my professional life. Was born in rural St. Catherine, Glengough, but moved to Manchester some close to 25 years ago. I consider myself to be a very fun-loving person, someone who is also very strategic and purposeful in whatever it is that I am set out to do. I am a very down-to-earth type of person. Enjoy meeting people, sharing with ideas, and just having a good time. So I currently serve as principal at the Homo Technical High School here in Christiana, Manchester. And Homo Technical High School is the largest institution in the constituency. And I believe that that has somewhat exposed me to much of the realities that the constituency is faced with. Hence my interest in serving as member of parliament. So in short, I would say that I am a fun-loving person. I enjoy politics. I'm a member of the Jamaica Labour Party, and I've been a member since I was in university, where I was served as president of the youth at university and so forth. So I'm that person for now.
Sounds good. Some of my just shift gear a bit. I'm seeing some comments asking, "Are you married?"
Definitely.
Whole heap of that, you know? Boy,
Definitely.
whole heap of heart just get break.
Definitely. I am married. I'm married with two kids. My son is 14, is gonna be 15 next month, and my daughter is 12, and I live with my wife and my two kids, and my mommy, of course.
All right, sounds good. So he's a family person. He
Definitely.
values family and family life. Okay, so why did you choose Northeast Manchester though? Of all the places you could, but you
You
chose
know,
Northeast Manchester.
when I first came here, I had no interest in being considered as a possible replacement for Mr. Shaw. Mr. Shaw and I have a very good relationship. And so I think it is more a case of Northeast Manchester choosing me. I oftentimes share with people that my interest in politics in Northeast Manchester is not in search of a job, because I'm already employed and I'm meaningfully engaged. And I'm pretty comfortable in a position to take care of myself and my family. But working in the constituency, I come across on a daily basis hundreds of constituents. And when I interact with them and I better understand the realities that some of them are faced with, I was moved to extend my services into the community, and not just within the walls of the school, but now into the community. And so I started assisting persons in different ways. The most significant of my assistance in the constituency, prior to some of the initiatives that I'm now pushing forward, is the reconstruction of a house that was burnt down. Well, not the reconstruction, the construction of a house after a family of 6 experienced a dreaded fire that saw the entire structure within which they were living burnt to the ground. My heart reached out to the family at the time. They were now spending time with other neighbors, but they were pretty much uncomfortable. And appreciating where I come from, the experiences I had when I was growing up, I knew it was nothing easy for them, nothing easy that they were experiencing at the time. And so I decided that I was going to take on the project of sourcing the funds and getting the work team and just managing the process of constructing that house. And after that, then a lot of persons started reaching out to me for assistance in many different forms. And so I became what I consider to be the Northeast Manchester servant. And the truth is, if it is that you're serious about politics, you have to understand that first you must be a servant. And so I found great pleasure in sourcing the resources that persons were in need of, in creating opportunities, meaningful, life-changing opportunities for persons. And then a number of persons started saying to me, "Sir, Mr. Shaw and you are good friends. Mr. Shaw not gonna run again. Why you don't take over the constituency? We're gonna miss you as principal because you're doing a good job. But I think we need somebody like you to better to represent us at the constituency level." I discussed it with my family, and my wife, understanding the whole political climate and how ungrateful politics can be, my wife was somewhat hesitant, though she's a very strong supporter of my dreams and my aspirations, but she was somewhat hesitant and wanted for us to have further dialogue on it, which we did. And when she realized that a number of persons were now reaching out to me, and she realized how passionate I was becoming, or I became in dealing with helping persons, she said, "Well, it seems as if seem as if I have no choice but to support you. You're gonna be that person." And ever since, that has been a motivation for me. Ever since I've been on the ground, meeting the person, seeking out the opportunities, and creating opportunities for people, because that's what politics is really about.
Yes, that's true. So how you reach us, sir? How do that? It's all right. It's okay. But Mr. Mckulsky,
Sure.
what is it? You said you and MP Shaw, the great man himself,
Yeah.
Manayard, are good
Yeah.
friends.
Definitely,
What is his
certainly.
what is his take on you putting yourself up to represent the constituency?
To be frank with you, he was one of the first persons who suggested to me that I work closely with him. I continue doing what I'm doing in the constituency because one day I may be his replacement. He was the first person to have said that to me. And that too was a source of motivation. The great man himself, Mr. Shaw, everybody know Manayard, looking at me, approaching me and saying, Hidran, what you think about working the constituency and taking over from you? I said to him, Mr. Shaw, I am very humbled. You know, your shoes is a very big one, similarly to what you said earlier. And this is something that I would gladly accept. And he said to me, well, do what you have to do, start working the constituency, meet the people, and continue to be the life-changing person that you are. Those were his words to me probably about a year mash ago. So we maintain a very close relationship. I'm currently running, and it's someone that I communicate with on a regular basis, almost every week. 2 Sundays ago, I was here on campus running my assessment.
Hold on, before you go there, hold on.
Sure.
So, people, you see, once Manayard endorse someone, even though there is someone else in the constituency hoping to be the front runner for this seat, once the endorsement is coming from the great man himself, I can just say to you in Northeast Manchester, just rally behind Mckulsky. He runs the second best school in Jamaica, second to Glenmuir High School.
Yes. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, man, and definitely the best in Manchester. Cool.
Yeah.
I know other schools in Manchester will say otherwise. You
Yeah.
understand? But
Well,
for sure.
I'll just share with you though a little info here. When the Patterson-led report was completed, and you know Patterson report, that is the Educational Transformation Commission boss leader
Trend.
Right. So when it was done, Homewood Technical High School was ranked as the number 2 best run, most aligned to labor market survey
Behind
institution.
Glenmuir. Behind Glenmuir and Arden.
Technical institution.
Behind
Right,
Glenmuir and Arden and Arden High School, right?
Behind. Right, you know. And so that is something that has really lifted the morale and the spirit of my staff and my family, my parents, and you know, so I'm proud of that accomplishment. And at the same time, I don't want to be selfish, though this is not, I don't want to be selfish and to claim all that achievement onto myself. It is really the staff, the team that I work with, the parents, the students, everybody coming together who would have worked tirelessly to allow for us our realization of that achievement.
Yeah, man, that's true. And yes, people, what he did say is true. Because I saw it, and tied for first was Glenmuir and Arden, and Homewood came in second. You understand? So, for sure, he has been doing a really good job up there. And once you can run a school like Homewood and run it properly, it's only best for you to represent the people of the constituency. And I can tell you, Mckulsky, even in Clarendon, people are cheer for you already.
Yes.
People are cheer for you, man.
Thank
people
you.
all over Canada cheer for you, you know. People are going to fly down for come support you, you know, my friend. Can tell you that.
And I think it has a lot to do with people realizing my genuinity, how genuine I am towards people. I oftentimes say to people, had it not been for other people who assisted me and my family in life, I would not have been where I'm at today, because I'm not one of those Jamaicans who were born with a gold spoon in the mouth. I experienced tremendous difficulty, hardship, but my parents stood it, the test of time, and so I'm where I'm at. So I'm grateful for my accomplishment, but I'm thankful that other persons out there would have seen something in me and invested in me. Hence my interest in investing in others in the constituency of Northeast Manchester.
And when he said that he's a genuine person, I met him for the first time this year. And when this man greeted me, I said, I want me know that man from. Because so him greet me, me feel like say we know each other all this time, but me not remember him. You
Yeah.
understand? That's how genuine of a person he is.
That's just me.
And when me hear said he is the principal of Homewood High School, I say, really? And the man so real. That time his brother is my friend.
Yeah.
And I did not know him. And when
Yeah.
him say Mckulsky, I say Mckulsky. I want somebody me know name
Yeah.
Mckulsky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. So,
My
man,
parents,
for that, man. You know I'm going to big you up with too.
yeah, my parents and my teachers will tell you that I'm not pretending. That's just me. Every day, that's just me.
That's true. That's true. You and I share a group together, you know. And the
Yeah,
way you
yeah, yeah.
operate in that group, I can tell you. You're
Right.
real, man. You're real.
Yeah.
But
I
I have
want
to
to
big
use
you up.
this opportunity to big up all the articulate educators, of course.
Definitely.
And it's important that people understand that the articulate educators are an affiliate seeking group of persons, educators, and other professions coming together with a common interest, wanting to serve the country, wanting to lend strong support to our party, and to improve our educational system wholeheartedly. So just bigging them up and let the people understand that there's such a group and we're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the future.
Definitely. See, a man labor yard is saying that he met you 2 weeks ago, and I got certified too. So you have made an impact on this man's life already.
Yeah, true. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Big up
man.
labor yard. Cool.
Yeah, man. So people, man, show a thing. Pat more, I build some pit toilets while I build some little shack, give the people them. While Mckulsky, the Jamaica Labour Party, is building comfortable homes for people. And remember, he's not the MP as yet, and he's doing it already. So just imagine when he becomes the MP.
Yeah.
So now, Mr. MP, me I go call you MP from now.
Well, I'm humbled, but I have to. I will respond, but I have to wait until that time. Mm-hmm.
You remember nationwide put it out there to say you're the replacement.
Yes. Exactly. Yes, they did.
All right, good.
They did.
So here what now? Tell us some of the projects that you have been doing now.
All right, so I started long before even deciding to throw my hat in the ring for member of parliament for the constituency. I realized that there wasn't any real family-centered entertainment in the constituency. And even if there were a function, a session, it's one that attracts charges. And so what I did was to create what I call the Christian Independence Gala. So this is you're saying something?
No, I'm not.
So this is an event that is held on the 6th of August each year. And what I do is really seek out corporate sponsorship to offset all the expenses associated with the hosting of this. It usually comes in a grand family fun day, starts with a grand family fun day. Last year it was held over 2 days. This year we merged everything and had it on one day. But it starts with a grand family fun day where there are multiple rides, multiple giveaways, everything is free, everything you can think of that is on the play field on that day is free. Last year it ran me over $12 million to put on that event. This year it ran me because we basically merged have everything over one day. It ran me somewhere a little over $9 million to put on that activity in the constituency. What it did was to allow the families to come out and to enjoy themselves in the day. We had medicals, back to school medicals. We had a lot of bags. We gave away over 300 bags, over 8,000 books, whole lot of stuff. And in the afternoon, last year we had a gospel concert. We had Sister Pat, Petra K, just name the top artists, and they were there, and the people came out and they enjoyed themselves. We commemorated our independence to get celebration together as a people. This year we had and the last year also we had a reggae stage show with quite a number of reggae artists, the Luke D, quite a number of them. But this year we had Warrior King last year. We had Laden last year. We had Terry Linen. We had quite a number of artists last year, and the people came out. They enjoyed themselves. It was a bomb. This year we merged. We had a music festival instead of a gospel concert and a reggae stage show. So we had a music festival, and so we had different genres. We had different types of music. We started out with the gospel segment, and we had Clive Warren from Christiana here. We had DJ Malachi. We had Gotti Gotti. We had quite a number of artists. And on the other side, on the more secular side, later in the night, we had Tatik. We had Loyal Flames. We had quite a number of artists. So that is something. And what happened is that we converted the playfield into an economic village, economic zone. What I mean by that, we allowed the community to come in and to vend free of charge. I provided the tents, I provided the tables, I provided everything that they could want. And they came in, vendors from all over, they came in and they sold, they made a lot of money. A lot of them came to me in the evening and said, boy, they're really grateful for this because it really afforded them an opportunity to raise some funds. And I made sure I placed a lot of effort in that part, in the economic component of it, because it was immediately following the hurricane. And a lot of persons were displaced. And I wanted to create an opportunity for them to make some money so that they could assist with the sending of their children back to school and so forth.
Mckulsky, pause a minute. I'm going to show you the difference, people. On
Classic, I'm not hearing you. You're sharing something.
did I hear me?
No, I
don't know, my
wasn't.
internet.
No, I wasn't hearing
Oh,
you.
sorry about that. My internet, I don't know what happened to it just now. But anyhow, I was just saying that usually on the 1st of August, we would see Mikhail Phillips doing a 1st of August celebration.
Right, yes.
And because of the hurricane, he canceled it. And you, who is not a political representative, you ensure that you had yours so that the people could benefit from it in every single way.
Right.
And you're not a MP as yet. Can you imagine when you become an MP? No, man.
That is good.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, so that is one of the flagship activities of under my belt so far. Now, I started just this year the Northeast Manchester Scholarship Program. And this is where I served as guest speaker at quite a few graduations in the constituency and even outside of the constituency. And I observed that quite a number of students from the constituency in the constituency we have 14 primary schools, and so when I attended some of these graduations, we found that a lot of these children are going to be going to school, some schools within the constituency, some outside of the constituency. The socio-economic framework of the constituency and of the parents, the families, is strongly supported by farming. And because the hurricane had passed and had devastated the farming sector, for want of a better word, in this constituency, I decided that I was going to share some of my resources with some of these persons. And so I never had the time to secure the funds to provide the scholarships and all of those things from corporate, because I had the gala taking place and stuff. But I shared some of my resources, my family resources, with some of these students who were transitioning to high school, whose parents were not in a position to offset some of the the expenses that are associated with they're going to their new schools. So we assisted in providing scholarships, tuition-based scholarships for some. Others we supported with bags and stuff. And so that is another thing that is ongoing. And this is something that I want to expand, because many times young people get opportunities to advance themselves education-wise, but their parents are not in a position to offset the expenses. And so those dreams become somewhat blighted. And had it not been, as I said before, that person's assisted me in life, probably my dream itself, my own dream would have become blind. And so I'm trying to prevent young, brilliant, promising persons from experiencing that kind of reality. And so this is something that I want to continue and to expand as we go along. Time will allow me in the year ahead and other years to create a better framework to secure and attract and secure funding, so that I can expand this and serve the constituents in a more meaningful way. So that is another thing that I started. I started small this year, but I intend on growing this initiative over the next couple of years. I also am leading an initiative that I refer to as the Infant Department's Restoration. My wife is in early childhood education. She's an early childhood inspector, and she talks infant education morning, noon, and night. And so I became sold on supporting early childhood education. And so moving through the constituency, I realized that not much resources are made available for the development of the infant departments. And so I want to ensure that we get it right from the start by investing in education, early childhood education, by transforming the infant departments into centers of learning. And so I can share publicly that I have sought funds, and I have committed so far $2.5 million towards assisting 4 infant departments in the constituency to upgrade their facilities and to better cater for the learning needs of the toddlers. And this is just a follow-up on something I started before politics again. And this is something that, this one that I'm sharing with you now, started recently. But I want to share with you that before I decided that I was going into politics, while I was here doing what I'm doing as principal, I observed that many of the children who transition from the primary schools into the high schools, they are lacking in many regards, numeracy and literacy and all of those things. And so I had gone out already before now, and I had raised quite a number, quite a couple $100,000 of dollars, and I've assisted a number of the schools already.
Here's not a clear vacant.
Hello?
Yeah, man, go ahead. Just go
Yeah,
ahead.
man.
Continue.
I'm telling you that I had before deciding that I was gonna seek to enter representational politics. I was out there securing funds through the motivation, of course, of my wife, who is in infant early childhood education, and I've been assisting the principals in the constituency. Will tell you that Mckulsky is someone they can rely on, they can lean on whenever they have difficulties, and not only that, but I have assisted them in securing resources that they are now using to better provide quality education for the children. So that is number 3 of the initiatives that I am spearheading in the constituency. And then the popular one, the one that other persons online are even making mention of, the Northeast Manchester Assessment and Certification Blitz. Now, I saw that there are hundreds of young people, hundreds of middle-aged persons, and even mature persons in the constituency who have been working for many years in different areas, but they are uncertified. And you know what a certificate can do for people. People say that it can't eat, but let me tell you something. A certificate can eat in the sense that it can empower you to better secure meaningful employment, right? So that you can better take care of yourself and you can assist other persons in eating, right? So we've started this initiative, and it will run for, it started in September, and it will run through to the end of November. I think we will have just about 6 Sunday sessions where we are assessing and certifying. When I say we, I mean myself in collaboration with Hard Trust and City and Guilds. We have come together and have formed this assessment and certification blitz. And so we are certifying, and I must share with you that we've gone over 100 persons already from the constituency and even outside, because we really don't discriminate. We don't turn back persons when they come, because people are hungry for opportunities, and that's what I want to create for them. So that this is going
on. Pause a bit, please. Labor Yard, open your mic. Because I saw you left a comment not too long ago. Labor Yard? Yeah, man, make we hear from you. What did your comment say?
Yeah, man, I got certified in carpentry.
Because of Mckulsky?
Yes, man, City and Guilds.
You're joking.
Yeah, man. I met him this Sunday before, and I had a talk with him.
Yes.
For the first time. You remember me? You remember me?
Sure, when you came late the first day.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, that one.
that first day I was just coming to look, because I just heard about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So I got to find out the next Sunday that the carpentry was running.
Yeah, man.
So I came in and I got through.
Yes, man. I'm happy for that. Congrats.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But people, if one of the things say a lie, the man I tell, somebody is here to say it's no lie. It's pure truth.
A true, man. I mean, Mr. Mckulsy have a good reasoning.
Yes, true.
Yeah, man, we have a good reasoning. And my sister, the man hype on education, and the man have plans for the constituency.
Yes. Nice. Thank you.
So I full endorse him.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, sir.
All right, continue. Let me hear what more you have to say, Mr. Mckulsky.
That is the 4th one. Yeah, that is the 4th initiative. No, the 5th one, and then this is a plan. This is not yet off the ground, but in moving throughout the constituency, I realized that, you know, and of course, we're here to serve everybody. And as member of parliament, I can't just say I'm supporting, I'm helping labor rights. We have to help everybody. But one person have to take care of them, Pitney. Yeah. And when I move throughout the constituency, I observe that the workers, the voters, the workers of the party in particular, a lot of them are in need of support, are in need of real help. And so one of the things that I want to do is to create what I refer to as a party workers support channel. Party workers support channel. And this is really me as member of parliament when that time comes, identifying the resources, identifying the opportunities, and it's creating a framework that will allow for workers of the party to feel recognized, to feel appreciated, and to benefit, of course, even outside of government state resources. Because my intention is not to play politics and use state resources to further advance my personal agenda and to allow for personal aggrandizement. My thing is to use the resources to assist the constituency, which will serve to benefit everyone. But of course, the party workers, the people who've been fighting for the party, the interest of the party, who will contribute to me assuming that leadership role, it is important that I, of course, provide the kind of support that is needed to them. And so that is something that I have in the pipeline. I am in the process of developing it, and very soon I'll be able to share what this will look like and how it will be operated and how it will be funded. So definitely that is something. And then the sixth one so far is that of the Christiana Christmas Gospel Concert. Peter died. A lot of people are familiar with Peter. Peter was Mr. Shaw's campaign manager. He died, I think, last year. Peter created economic opportunities for people within the town of Christiana during the Christmas period. And so I was approached by family members and other members of the community who would have witnessed what happened with the Christiana Independence Gala and invited me to come on board and to provide the well-needed support and assistance to get the Christiana Gospel Concert going. We met a few times as a management committee. I met last week with the wife of Peter, and I made a commitment to them that I will secure just about $1 million to assist with the that Christmas gospel concert and the economic kind of support system for the Christiana community and neighboring communities, of course. So that is something that is going to live on. Peter started it many years ago, and it became a flagship event. And so it's seen in many circles as a Labour Party initiative. And I want to continue that for the people of Northeast Manchester. And so come this year, on the 25th of December, should we be able to secure the requisite permits from the police and the tax and the municipal corporation and those state agencies, should we be able to secure those, definitely we will be having our Christiana grand Christmas gospel concert in the town of Christiana. And of course, I have committed to offset the expenses behind that for the people of Northeast Manchester. So these are 6 initiatives that I am actively pursuing. And these are initiatives that are not just one-off, but they will live on, and they will certainly serve to benefit the people of the constituency of Northeast Manchester. But of course, I want to share that we have other things, because if you understand Christiana, Craig, Walderston, those 3 divisions that form the Northeast Manchester constituency, if you understand, you'll know that these are heavy on farming, right? And if we're going to be true to development, we have to use our natural resources, right? So we have the farming produce there. We have the yam, the bananas in some parts. We have Irish and sweet potatoes. We have the carrot and other vegetables. But what I observe, classic, is that there are not any real value-adding initiatives. There are not any real value-adding initiatives in the constituency. What I mean by that, the produce that are, the food items that are produced within the constituency, they are usually traded in their raw state. Yeah, they are traded in their raw state. So what we want to do down the road is to, as member of parliament, is to create value-adding initiatives, and these, what I'm talking about, they are really business actions that create value for customers and help people, the farmers, and the companies within the constituency to stand out from its competitors. And so, if we're talking about value adding, one of the things that we can look at readily is agro-processing. There need to be an agro-processing facility in this constituency. It can't be that we're so heavy on farming. We contribute tremendously to the food that people consume, both locally and internationally, because a lot of the yams that are produced here are exported, right? And at the same time, we're not able to add value so that we can attract greater economic support from the services that we render. And so the banana, the yam, the potatoes, I want to, in the very near future, seek out individuals who are in the field of training persons in agro-processing and have them come into the constituency. And I will offset the expenses associated with creating a training experience for them.
More
For
up my
these
hand,
persons.
more up my hand, more up my hand. That is what I do. I am
You
here.
mean agro-processing?
Yeah, man, that's me.
Oh yeah.
Paradise Blends is a brand. And tomorrow, as we
Oh,
speak, I will be training people in the Freetown area
listen to this, man.
to do herbs and spices. I'll be helping them with packaging and so on. And it was just a few days ago. I was in the Cherry Tree Lane and we're
Oh,
doing the same thing.
let me tell you
Um,
something. I coming on tonight is by no mistake. It's by no accident. I think this is divine. Um, and I say that because here we can establish a partnership.
Definitely.
Here we can establish a partnership for the benefit of the people of Northeast Manchester. So you get the gist of what I'm trying to say here, Classic. I'm trying to look at what we have, the raw produce, and to add some value to it. We want to not just have them secure the minimum that they can get for their produce, but the maximum just the same. And so I want to have a cooperative society kind of arrangement where we use the very same people of the constituency in the form of a voluntary association, like where they join together to achieve their economic goals and provide mutual support and so forth. And so in decision making, they will democratically control the society and make broad policy decisions. Where profit and losses are concerned, they will share their profit and losses. And really and truly, it will allow for the growth and strengthening of the constituency. And if you notice, one of the things that I'm trying to do is to put forward a new vision for not just Northeast Manchester, but for a stronger Northeastern Manchester. Yeah? So those are some of the things, my brother, listeners, that I am advancing for the people of the constituency. I mean, the road network infrastructure is in need of support, but of course, the government has introduced recently the National Road Repair Program, the SPARK. And so we want to make sure that the constituency benefit tremendously from the monies that are available to see to the resurfacing of these roads. There is also the issue of water in the constituency, lack of water in the constituency. That is something that I will have to pull my team together and look deeply into and try to come up with practical and meaningful solutions towards these problems. And so water is there on my agenda. Skills training. I'm heavy on skills training. I worked with Heart Trust for many years.
I
Right
have a
up to
question.
right.
I have a
Hello?
question, if it's okay that I interrupt.
I am not sure. Chairman, Classic.
Just finish up your point, and then
Yeah.
because
All
we're
right.
gonna
Cool.
take questions for sure.
All right. Cool. So I
Just
was
give him
sharing that.
a few.
Yeah. So I was sharing that. I'm here served the Hard Trust MTA in many capacities, right up to manager of two of their institutions, the Kenilworth Heart Academy in Hanover, and that's where I kind of benefited from some agro-processing kind of training, and also the NTI National Tool and Engineering Institute in 3 Miles, Ashenine Road. I served as manager of those institutions at one point. And so I know the power of skills training. I know the power of certification. And so I want to ensure that there's a skills training, whether it want to be a community, CTI, community training intervention, or it want to be an institute, but there has to be a skills training facility in the constituency under my leadership as member of parliament. And of course, sports and entertainment is the order of the day these days, right? And so there is not any real facility in the constituency. There's no public facility in the constituency to allow for sports, the development, the growth of sports, and to allow for entertainment. And so there is a facility that is being operated by the Jamaica 4-H Club, which I served as chairman of also. That's the Jamaica 4-H Club. I was chairman there at one point. That facility in the Long Pond area, I've already started building it out into a cultural, sports, and entertainment complex for the Northeast Manchester constituency. And so definitely these are some of the priority areas that I will be focusing on as time as I travel along this journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much. But Mckulsky, you feel the shoes already, man.
Well, I'm
You
trying,
already
you
feel
know.
the shoes.
I'm trying.
Mckulsky, I am saying to you, MP Mckulsky.
Big
Yes,
it
man.
into be.
Definitely.
All right, Prophet Classic.
Definitely. I want to start the questions, and I wanted to start with Demi, but here Demi, just hold on a bit. I don't want Miss Chin to lose our chain of thought. So Chin, just go with the question, and then from you to Demi and straight up. All right?
All right. Thank you. I'm glad you pointed that out, because I was very close to losing my chain of thoughts. The question I wanted to ask, though, your ideas and the things that your initiative, it seems to be right along the lines of what the Jamaica Labour Party stands for. And so we definitely would want to throw our support behind you. But one thing I'd like to know is, what about the members of parliaments, the MPs for Hanover, not Hanover, I'm sorry, for Manchester? Are you getting support from these member of parliaments, and is it a case that you are partnering with them in any way whatsoever to make Manchester a better parish?
All right. So thanks for that question, Ms. Chin. The members of parliament in Manchester, Mr. Chin, Robert Chin, South Manchester, Rhoda Crawford, Central, and of course we have Northwest down there, which is a PNP MP, Mikhail Phillips. I maintain very close relationships with all of them. As a matter of fact, with Mikhail, with Rhoda, just when was it? Just about last weekend or a few days ago, Rhoda and I had a conversation about the Manchester, the northeast Manchester. She was at a function in the constituency, and the people bombarded her and was saying to her, you need to join hands with Mckulsky. Mckulsky is who we want. And so Rhoda called me about it, and we had a short conversation on it, because Rhoda too and we have a very close relationship, a close friendship. I support her in any way I can. I support South Manchester also in any way I can. But as it relates to that collaboration that you're talking about, whereby we come together to say, listen, we're going to have to start treating this parish, this Manchester, as a whole. Of us will now have to do this and do that. That conversation is not yet has not yet been done, to be frank with you, to be honest. And so you raising this point now, you asking this question is definitely a motivation for me to start reaching out to these persons and say, look here, we need to form an alliance. We need to start looking at our strengths and see how best we can support each other, because like the PNP are planning on attacking this parish, we must have a strategy also. So your question is I'm happy for it, because it has somewhat put things into perspective for me, and is now saying, listen, Mckulsky, you can't just limit your thoughts and your action to Northeast Manchester. You're gonna have to now meet with these persons and see how best we can do it. So I accept that as something that I will certainly pursue.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
My time. Sir Mckulsky, Hidran. How are you
Dimi,
doing?
give me a
Greetings.
second, Dimi. Hold on.
Okay.
Guys, if you want to ask Mckulsky a question, just send your request. And the person who would have asked a question already, I'll just drop that person and bring up the other person. All right? Go ahead, Dimi.
Yes, sir. Greetings.
My respect, Dimi.
All right.
Greetings.
I must say that I am proud of you.
Thank you.
And the reason why I said I'm proud of you is that I'm sending this message to Northeast Manchester. I don't have a question for you because I know the type of person you are. I don't
Yes,
have to
sir.
question. I don't have to question you, but I'm sending a message to Northeast Manchester, not to make that mistake that we in South Manchester make in losing such a good man as you.
Thank you.
Um, all right,
Thank you,
all right,
Dimi.
all right. And you know me very well. You know me
Yes,
very well.
yes,
Yes. And I'm gonna give you a specific. I'm from within the Newport division.
yes,
I work very close to you. And
yes,
when you told me you're going to Homewood, I said to
yes,
you, if you are considering Northeast Manchester, you said, well, you're considering your career in the
yes.
in
True,
the teaching
true,
first, and
true.
then
That was my message. Yes.
all right, and you say, from there you will decide what you're doing.
Decide. Right, right. That
And
means that those are exact words that I would use. So I believe. Yes, yes, yes.
I was your runner out of Blemington, one of your runner out of Blemington.
Oh Lord, oh Lord. Yes, yes.
All right, so maybe you pick up on who now.
Yeah, man, definitely.
All right, and
All right,
so
greetings,
and
greetings.
I've said it this morning, and I've said it again. That Christiana, you're getting a humble man, and you said it, but let me say it for you. He's a
Yes.
down to earth person. He's a down to earth person. He doesn't know anything about hype or whatever. And
Yeah.
I'm asking you,
No.
Northeast Manchester, to support him. But there is something that you said before that I'm
Yes.
going to disagree with you a little bit on.
Yeah, man. Sure.
Because me know why you left out Christian High School, I'm a place that,
No, 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 man. No, God. No, no.
All
No, no,
right.
no,
So
no,
now I'll
no.
give somebody else a chance. But
No, man.
the message tonight is Manchester. You got in your hand a young man with a vision, with his vision, a young man with the party's vision, a young man who will work for you in none other than your next member of parliament, Hidran Mckulsky. Brother, my hat's off to you. I
Thank you.
wish you the best. You
Yeah.
know what? Look here. You know the work. You did it.
Yeah, man.
You
Sure.
did it, and I know you know what to do. And
Yes.
just
Yes.
go in full force. Do what you have to do, and God bless you. All right, brother.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. One of
All
these
right,
days you
boss.
must link me, man. Link me up, man. Link me up, man. We need to reunite.
I'm actually off the island now,
Oh,
but
oh,
if I wanna get back before the election. So if I get back before the election, most definitely I will link you up.
definitely. I appreciate it, man.
And
No
that's and
respect.
that and that's my original place, down at Brunty me originate from.
Oh, yeah, really? Oh, that's
Yes,
nice. I
man.
was in Bronte last week. I passed through Bronte
All right.
last week. Yeah,
All
man.
right.
Yeah,
Uh,
man. No respect.
all right, brother. Respect.
Take it easy. Cool, cool.
All right.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, hi, Mr. Mckulsky.
Hey, how are you doing? That's Chen 876.
Yeah, Shen.
Chen. Okay, Chen.
Let me just say that first of all, Manchester High is the best high school in Manchester.
Okay. My brother went there.
Well, see, there you go. I have to say that Homewood. I must admit, Homewood always beat us up in tracks, but that's about it.
And we're rivaling now where academics is concerned.
Yeah, so I can say that
Yeah,
Homewood
man.
has improved a lot. I
True.
mean, I haven't been that side in a little while, but that side normally when I come to that side is mostly wild dust and I stop for eat pork with my dad.
Oh,
So look, pork stop, man. They used
yeah,
to do
man.
pork really good.
Yeah,
But
yes.
I have to say that for someone who is not the MP as yet, you have plans. I mean, you have basically touched on every single thing that that most of us we wanted to ask questions on. You've outlined a lot of plans that you have for the constituency. But my mom was an educator. She was an early childhood educator, really, kindergarten teacher.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you touched on was the early childhood. And I just want persons to really realize, that this is one of the problems that we're having in the country right now. The emphasis on early childhood development is not really there. And it's causing a huge problem even in our education system right now. Well, really in our schools, really, because early childhood really sets the foundation for students to move on to higher levels. And we see the failings that's happening. Some persons reach high school, they can't read properly. Don't ask me how they reach high school and can't read properly, but they're there, right? So it was really good to really hear you touched on that subject. Also, I'm trying to be very quick. Even when you mentioned party workers support, I think that is also a good thing to do, because so many times you have persons, and even I think a couple of days ago I was hearing persons speak on a live. So many persons that give their support to the party over the years, and at the end of the day, some of them they're not even remembered. And it's their time, time is valuable. And a lot of persons do it not because they're looking for glory or they're looking for praise, but because they love their party, they love their country. And sometimes their dedication, it's not appreciated or there's nothing at all. So I really think that was really good. Another thing that you touched on was the farming, because up that side, there's so many farmers that side. It's really, everywhere you go on the hills, you see the farm, you see people's farm, you see everything that's out there. And if an agro processing plant can be there, that would be a huge turnover for your constituency. That could be even part of your legacy that you leave behind. That will be there years to come, even after you leave.
Yeah, of course, of
And
course.
and that is something that some of these MPs, sometimes I really would like to ask them the question: what is your legacy? What is it that you want to leave behind in your constituency that even years from now, persons can look back and say, hey, Mr. Mckulsy did start the agro-processing plant, because it can be such, it can be such an economical drive for the
Life
constituency
changing,
also.
right?
It's a
Yeah.
life-changing thing
Yes, true.
because, even in the face of even disaster, what do you do with leftover goods? The plant processing those things, it can help out a lot of farmers too. And I just want to I mean, you touched on so many things, but especially with healthcare being such a touchy subject right now,
Yeah.
if you become MP, how do you propose to improve access to quality healthcare for all residents, especially seniors? I gotta touch on the seniors. What kind of plan would you have to really I mean, well, like I said, how do you propose to improve access to healthcare quality for them? That's really,
Yeah,
what would you do?
yeah.
What would you
Yeah,
propose?
well, one of the things that we need to look at in Northeast Manchester, because if you understand the layout of the constituency, it has the second largest town in Manchester,
Yes.
right? Mandeville is the largest, and then Christiana is the second
Christiana.
largest
Yeah.
in Manchester. And where Christiana is situated, it borders the parish within a 5 mile radius. It borders Trelawney, Clarendon, St. Anne, and if you were to come and go through Devon and go down, you drop into St. Elizabeth, right? And so and so a lot of persons come to Christiana town. And so I believe that the clinic that is situated in the town of Christiana needs to be considered for an upgrade in the very near future. And this is something, of course, that I can talk with Dr. Tufton about, so that at least the thought can exist for a future upgrade into a facility that, Mark, we have Spaldings over there and we have the Percy Junior
Percy Junior.
Hospital
Yeah.
over there and all. But Christiana, that again is a heavily utilized space, facility. I believe Christiana, that serves so many parishes in the upper areas, need to have the facility, the clinic, be developed in such a way that shared services can be offered, can be provided there also. But you see, where healthcare is concerned, I'll just say this, Chen, where
Yeah.
healthcare is concerned, it has a lot to do with lifestyle practices.
Definitely.
And it makes no sense we continue to invest heavily in medicines, providing medicines, and not seeking to have persons adjust their lifestyles,
So
right?
maybe we will see you
So,
doing what's it, Northeast Manchester moves program
well,
to get
something
everybody
like
in
that.
shape.
Something like that. You understand? But there has to be a lifestyle, especially now in Northeast Manchester. KFC is about to be open there.
Yes,
And you know
yes,
what
yes.
fast
I've
food, you
I've
know
been
what?
saying you guys need a KFC there from a long
Yeah,
time,
man.
man.
Yeah,
Now is a
but with
pack up Mandeville
KFC,
KFC.
that is true. But with KFC and other fast food facilities comes responsibility. We have to ensure that we not just get up and eat. So we must also exercise. And so when we ensure that there is lifestyle adjustments with regards to health, the different, where health is concerned, then much of the resources that we have to be spending on providing access to health care and providing medicines and all of these things could have gone into other things,
Yeah. And
and yeah.
I have to say, let me tell you something, man. There will never be enough beds in Jamaica
No.
for everybody. And last year I had to go to the Linstead Hospital, and while I was on the maid ward, the amount of every single bed was full. And I have a relative that work in healthcare, and when I was mentioning it to her, and she said to me, Shen, trust me, right around the island is like there's hardly any bed space. And it's like more persons are getting sicker now than even 10, 20 years ago. So you find out the more you increase the bed space, even sometimes it's like you didn't even do anything. So as you said before, lifestyle changes are really what
Yeah,
the
it is
emphasis
important.
right now.
We have to find ways and means of keeping the people out of the hospitals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that we can
And
channel that resources into other area.
And Mr. Mckulsky, like I said, you can even start your whole your constituency initiative where
Definitely.
the whole well, I don't know what you don't call it, but the whole move thing, getting people to
Yes,
exercise, do
yes,
your little
yes,
5K
yes.
or 1K walks in your
Right.
own constituency. Because like I said,
Right.
a lot of MPs don't think about their legacy. What is it you're gonna leave behind a couple
True,
of years from
true,
now?
true,
And you can even be the blueprint for other constituencies to follow in
true,
that aspect,
true,
you know.
true.
But
I
anyway, it
take
was
it. I accept your
lovely.
counsel.
It was lovely speaking with you. I hope everybody follow you up, and it would be really good that once you're selected, we're hoping and we're speaking it to be into being, that you do some of
Yes.
these videos on your social media accounts. Tell the people your
Yeah.
plans.
All right.
Because I already have a friend right now that is going to give you your vote his vote
Yes.
once he's selected, because
Yes.
he lives in Southwest Clarendon, and he was even considering to moving his vote. And I said, listen to me, don't move your vote. Go give Audley seat your vote.
Yes. Yes.
Don't waste it down
Yes.
here. So it was lovely
Yes.
speaking to you. I'm gonna jump off and give
Thank you.
somebody else. Yeah.
I accept
Okay.
your counsel and I enjoy the convo. Thanks much.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Mckulsky, she's one of the people who was asking if you're married here.
Well,
I'm
now that
sure
I
she was
know you're
just
married, I
joking.
won't lose. I won't lose again. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my boss.
All right. So, guys,
Oh,
remember the
boy.
live goal, The live goal is there, so help it out, please and thanks. Oh, and the next person who is asking if you are married, she's coming next.
All right. No problem. Thank
All
you.
right, Philippians. Philippians, open your mic. Nathaniel, go ahead.
Philippian asleep, man. Philippian tired.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so Mckulsky. Yeah, we want
Greetings.
greetings, man. Yeah, I want to take the time out to, based on what I've heard so far from you, I can realize that you
All
have
right.
already started to make a statement in that
Nathaniel,
constituency.
Nathaniel, you have a terrible feedback. I don't know what it is, but something to that dog. Yeah, man, you have a feedback there. Maybe you need to go outside. I don't know. But try that now. But Philippines, if you are available now, you can open your mic. Clean green?
Alright, so I hear me clear now.
Yeah, man, you sound better now.
Definitely.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so as I said before, Mr. Mckulsky, based on what I've been listening so far from you, I realize that you have already started making some statement in that constituency.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so far from what I've heard and what you have already contributed to the constituency from your own resources, I
Yes.
can see
Yeah.
very clear that you have the people's interests at heart.
Right.
And a man like you with the vision, those are the type of people we want to see inside this noble movement to bring and to put the country forward.
Yes, yes. Yeah, man, thanks.
Because the words of Marcus Mosiah Garvey says, people without vision is like a tree without root.
Oh, roots, correct.
Yeah,
Yes,
so we want people with vision to help the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness, to move the country forward because him alone can't do it.
I agree with you. I
Yeah,
agree
man, we
with you.
need people who can bring some things to the table where the thing can work.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, man, so,
Not just space
and I said to you,
holders.
no, we don't want no placeholders. We want people with vision to help the Prime Minister move country forward. So,
Right.
I say continue do what you do and we appreciate you.
Yeah,
Whatever we
man.
can do. We are here, so we there every day upon the ground and go and put in the work. Yeah, man, so we just go and get the thing going, you know.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, Nathaniel. Some real good words of wisdom right there. And
Right. True.
some real good words of wisdom right there. And some real good words of wisdom right there.
The
Some
pull on
real good words of wisdom right there. Some real good words of wisdom right there. Okay. Clean Green.
Yes, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. How you guys doing? Mr. Mckulsky, welcome to the platform, sir.
Virgin, if you're not pronouncing my name correctly, you know, brother, you have to go feel.
Is it, it's Irish? Is it Irish?
I'm on a bad man, I mean, a Russian name.
Nah.
So,
Yes, sir. I want to congratulate you. I've been listening to you for a little while and I'm quite impressed. But first, I want to get it out of the way. I want to agree with the lady about Manchester High School. You know what I mean? That is where I went to school. Actually, I grew up and I started voting in your neighboring constituency. That would be where Rhoda is, so Central. And for over the years, the only back in the time, the only time we would get a little smile on our face that we think about Northwest, because the great Manayard AUDLEY Shaw was probably at one time the only JLP representative in Manchester. And as a result of that, sometimes we wonder, I've wondered who is going to step up to the plate and will be, strong enough and confident enough and have the vision enough to replace him and to keep that momentum going. After listening to you, sir, let me tell you now, I have no doubt that you are a very good prospect of becoming the next MP of that era. And I'd really back you based on your utterances and your vision, the things that you have in your mind that you're speaking about, your plans. I'm kind of impressed. I'm really impressed. So I want to say congratulations on those plans you have and those projects that you're looking at. The one thing I was look well, one of the things that really caught me when you talk about the attention to party workers, that you would like to be able to find ways of reaching out to them. And you did mention it's not, you're not talking about official government funds, you're talking about ways for you and maybe the party would find ways and means of showing appreciation and letting those people who sometimes do get disgruntled, to show some credence to them, show some love towards them. That sometimes it's difficult, and those are the people who actually go out and go into the nooks and cranny and all of them place there, and help to make the whole fruit come to bear. So I was impressed with that very much, because I say sometimes it's an afterthought It's after everything finishes, say, oh, what happened to those people? You know what I mean? So I must commend you on that also. I don't have much to ask you because I think I've heard as much as I want to. I just wanted to make sure that I put my piece in here and to say that I think you're a very good perspective. MP for Northwest Manchester. Welcome, sir.
This is telling me northeast turn Manchester. So
No, I said Northwest, sorry, Northeast. I'm sorry.
yeah, man, great.
My error. My error,
Yeah,
my
man.
error.
I
All right,
realize,
so
realize.
just do it. Just I said, just do it. We ain't turning back, so just do it.
Definitely. Yeah, man, much
All right,
appreciated.
so I'll
Much
stop now. Thank
appreciated. Does anyone else have something to say? Mckulsky has been here for just about an hour and a half now, and I'm pretty sure he wants to attend to other things. All right. Anyone else? Mckulsky, you can open back your mic, you know. You know how to do it? Maybe not.
Yeah, man, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. So I see a
I don't
question
need to
in.
know to do that much.
All right. So I see a
One question I
question.
want. Sorry. How do I, what is your TikTok handle, sir?
To be honest with you, I am not so versed on this thing. My daughter created this account for me, and so I'm going
Please
through the
sit with your
learning
daughter
process.
and learn TikTok because that's where a lot of the action is going on, and I'd love to follow you. That's why
All right, my Bridget. Yeah, man, definitely. I'll get it going. I'll get it going.
you can't go wrong. I mean, I'm not saying TikTok is the only medium, but you can't go
Yes,
wrong with TikTok.
yes,
TikTok,
yes,
Twitter, or we call it X. Well, Facebook is kind of like a bit weak, and in my opinion, no. But
yes. Okay.
but X and TikTok. So as soon as you do, just we start follow each other, so we get the information spreading around. All right.
Yes. No problem.
And
Thank
once
you.
you make your post, and I see it, I repost it. So that
All right.
your network is growing and growing. As it's very easy.
Right. Right.
All
No
right.
problem.
All right, my brother.
The respect, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. So Mckulsky, one of the things I started out with is to tell her that you need to change that animation, and we need
Yes,
to
yes.
see
I'll talk to
your
my
pic
daughter
up there.
later.
Yeah, man. And some of the projects that you have been doing, you need to post it on your TikTok. And you know, you
Right.
can always send it to us and we can send it out also. So let
Right.
it go viral. All right.
Right. Yes.
Because the people have to know, they definitely have to know what you have been doing. So
Right.
there's a
Right.
question. Debbie, my friend, I'm glad to see you. These people, they are appreciating the life, but them not help my life goal. So could you help me, please? Thank you so much. Let me find this question. It says, how do you plan to manage the traffic in Christiana?
Speaking Christiana, I was just about to read it. I saw it.
Okay.
Um, um, if I'm to be brutally honest, I haven't really spent much time thinking about the issue of traffic in Christiana. It is something that warrants some level of attention, though. During the Christmas period, the police and the corporations they usually convert the main street Christiana into a one-way, and it worked during the festive period. I'm not sure why it is that it is not being continued. But you see, when something is not continuing, you can't just say it should be continued. You need to do the research into understanding what is happening. So what I will do is to seek to have further dialogue with the Business Watch group. There's a Business Watch group in Cristiano that's made up of the Justice of the Peace, the business persons in the Christiana town, and they are the persons who usually drive these kind of changes, adjustments. I attended Business Watch meetings before, but at that time this was never on the agenda for discussion. But what I'll do is seek to to start a conversation there so as to better understand what is happening and to seek out a long-term solution for the town of Christiana. But one of the main thing though, is that Christiana, all the parks, all the areas, there is no real space within the close vicinity of the town that we could say, let us consider creating a park. And so what you find is that all the taxes that goes into the different communities, whether it be Trelawney, St. Anne, Clarendon, proper Manchester proper, all of those taxes, they park somewhere inside of the town. And we're talking about a whole lot of taxis. And then when you have the vehicles coming in to do delivery and stuff, the road become congested and it really robs persons of a lot of productive time. So it requires close observation. And it being brought to my attention here tonight is certainly something that I am making note of to have that conversation with the Business Watch and other leaders to see how best we can derive at a long-term solution. I hope I was able to provide some clarity
Sounds good.
on the matter.
Sounds good. So so another lady here who was all over you in the comments and asking if you are married. This is one more. Lexi,
Yes, no
what's the
problem.
question
That's
I have for
Lexi.
him?
Hi, Lexi.
Good night, Mr. Mckulsky. Your name. So,
Mckulsky.
previously
Come, Lexi,
I do
repeat after
something,
me.
but this is
I'm
the
a
question that I have to ask too.
yes.
As an upcoming MP, based
Yes.
on all the things you're doing now, I would like to know what are your aspirations for further on when you do get the position? Like what
Professional.
length, what extent, yes, what length, what extent would you like to reach for your constituency?
All right. So if I'm interpreting correctly your question, Lexi, after being a member of parliament, and of course working for the people of the constituency and start realizing some real development in the constituency, I would want to serve the country. I would want to serve our country in the capacity of a minister of government. I have a very strong and rich background in education.
Oh, so you would like to be a
Bachelor.
minister of education?
Yeah, that is if that is where if that is available, if the prime minister should see it fit for me to serve in that field, then I will gladly accept, because I have worked across the different sectors of the education, both mainly at the secondary, the post secondary, and the tertiary level. I served as a lecturer for quite a number of years at the Northern Caribbean University. And so I understand education. I believe I have a very good understanding of education. And so if education is where the Prime Minister wishes for me to serve, I have no objection. Also in the field of agriculture, I have a very strong and rich background in agriculture. Being a farmer myself, I wouldn't have any objection serving in there. And not to say that the Ministry of Education or the Ministry of Agriculture are not functioning in a fulsome way. I'm just saying, if later on the Prime Minister should see it fit to include me in his cabinet as a minister, I would be prepared to serve in whatever area. And even if it is that I am without the experience in that area, Lexi, I believe in research. I read a lot. I am a quick learner, and I am strong on policy, corporate governance, and so I'm sure these things will help to drive me wherever I go. But definitely as a minister of government.
Well, it sounds really good, and I may say it's a good look for you.
All right,
And
Lexi.
I'm
Thank you.
happy, and I'm happy to know that we have strong candidates like these for upcomings and new beginnings and continuing the line of progress.
All right. Prosperity and progress. Thank you.
Yes, man.
Thank you, Lexi.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And Classic, I'm using this opportunity to invite the persons who are on your chat, on your live, who are from the constituency or from neighboring constituency and want to lend further support to the advancement of my candidacy in the constituency. I'm extending an invitation, Classic, to them so that we can meet and have our thing properly structured moving forward.
Definitely. So people in here now, no need for go out and help Mr. Mckulsky to be the front runner for the Jamaica Labour Party for that seat and to win. And I think one of the main persons who is there to help you is Labour Yard. Labour Yard, you need to make that video there and send it to Mckulsky. Or send it out, just send it out and tag him in it. You understand? Him telling people that because of Mckulsky, you are now a certified, what did he say, carpenter? Something like that, yeah. So, do the video, man. So he asks when and where. He's ready. He's ready.
Yeah.
That's all he's saying. He's ready.
And if it is not an issue, I have no issue sharing my contact with laborites who are keen on helping our party to secure that third term, and who will definitely be able to assist me in developing this constituency into a model constituency for Manchester.
Sure.
There's a lot of groups in us, sir. So
Yeah.
you can Classic can contact for audio in a one or two or maybe some. We don't know because there's a lot of groups.
Yeah, no problem. I'm sharing my number in the chat, in the comment section, so that we
Yeah.
can talk.
No. Don't do that in the comment section.
Okay.
The TikTok have strict policies with those stuff, so they will flag the live.
Oh, okay.
So if you're willing to give out your contact, you can just tell them to inbox you for it. So you know further on, guys, you know the procedure. If you're really in need of the number to assist this gentleman on the live on securing the third term for our party, please to inbox him.
All right, cool, no problem. That's good. Thanks for that. I'm learning as we go along.
You're welcome. Derai.
Good night, Exit.
Good night, Delroy. You can say what you want to say.
Yeah. Good night, Mr. Mckulsky.
Sir Delroy, greetings.
Yes. First, I must ask you, do you know one Robert Anthony Lewis?
Robert?
Yes.
Go again. Robert who?
Anthony Lewis. He used to be a coach in Glenroy.
Mr. Lou. Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, I never met him, but I hear of him every day.
Yeah, that's my cousin.
His name rings. His name lives on this campus.
Yeah, man, it's my cousin. You know.
Yeah, Mr. Lou.
Yeah.
Mr. Lou. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and so I'm just, basically. Yeah. Hello.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Basically, what I hear so far from you, you're a perfect fit for that position, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, and this is people like you, the Labour Party want, people with knowledge.
Yeah, I'm humbled.
And people person,
Yeah, man, I'm humbled. Thanks.
That's what we're looking for. We're not like them other rangers over there. You understand?
So,
Yeah.
there, to my understanding, I think, no, to my understanding, I think Mr. Audley Shaw is the Manayard. The reason why they call him Manayard is because it's the only JLP candidate which never loses seat.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And that is true. So,
Or,
guys,
or maybe at one point there he was the only Labourite who wins a seat in Manchester. Yeah.
so him set
He
a
was, he was the
trend.
only standard bearer in Manchester, you know.
He set a trend.
Yeah.
So, guys, from once you see Manayada endorse this young man, please, endorse him to the fullest. And as you see, this young man here, he is here to take correction willingly. So
Yes.
what he doesn't understand, please to phone him and let him know. For constituents who are there, who are here and he's hearing, and know there's a short problem here, there, and everywhere, please to phone him and let him know he's available. He's not shut off, he's available.
Yeah.
Right, thank you.
That's the real member of parliament. Whenever time, no matter what time, you make yourself available, no matter what the situation is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, thank
So
you.
just to let you guys know that the recording will be on Classic JM 876 on YouTube, and for sure I'll send it to you, Mckulsky, so you
Yes,
can
sure.
share it. Yeah, man.
Sure.
And if you have not subscribed to Classic JM 876 on YouTube, please do so. Channel
will.
is growing faster than I even expected to.
Yes, no problem, I will.
Yeah, man.
It's a matter, Mr. Mckulsky. Someone in the comment section is asking if you can visit Job Lane.
Oh yeah, sure. I am pretty much familiar with Job Lane. I mean, I went to Job Lane about 2 weeks ago. I'm pretty much familiar with some of the stalwarts in Job Lane, and if the person who I know about Job Lane know Dennis and Awful and know quite a number of persons from Job Lane. So I've been there. And I'll go back definitely because I have a very close rapport with especially the youths, the younger persons in Job Lane. So I want to do some house to house on a Sunday and meet the more mature residents, But definitely I'm familiar with Job Lane, Bully, all of those persons. Yeah, man.
Mr.
Yeah, man. So,
Mckulsky.
Atterball.
Yeah,
Your
good
turn.
night. Yeah, man, here, John, my big friend, you must remember who this is, Hatta Ball and Jerry and here, John,
Yes, man. Oh, God. Enough respect.
Boy, me,
Enough respect.
boy, me have to hear you still, trust me.
Yes.
The point thing I say, boy, I feel like a member with this, You know
Yeah,
what I
man.
mean,
Oh, God, man. True. We've been there.
You know me and
And
Jerry
you
know,
You understand better when I say I wasn't born with a gold spoon in my mouth. We went through the struggles.
Yeah? Yeah, man, you remember we think, man. Remember we think when we all down a gully there, We
Yeah,
not have to
man.
talk no further,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. True. Respect.
Yeah,
Way
man.
back you're taking me. Yeah, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, embassy a way back thing, man,
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
man.
enough respect, man. Me love your fight, Cause say Canada me live though,
Oh, cool, no, man. Well, I'm happy for this link up, because what I'm going to do is start doing the necessary following and stuff so that at least we can keep in touch and when the time comes, we'll link up in person.
Yeah, man, link me, man. I just all what day me and Jerry, I just what, cause in a state Jerry live,
Yes, yeah, man. Nice. Yeah, my
So you
virgin there,
can,
man.
yeah, man, so you can link me the other day at Canada and me and him the day I roll,
Nice. You him up for me, man. I'm going to find a way to exchange the numbers offline where we can communicate more readily. You hear?
Yeah, man, just find a way of link me, cause me love everything, me love it
I
fight,
will.
Okay, don't know everything set up long
All
time,
right, my virgin. Enough respect,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Love.
Yeah, man, all the best in your journey still, believe me,
Yeah, thank you.
All
Yeah,
right, that's
man.
all. Cool. Respect,
You
man.
don't
All
know
right, so
say a God we say
Atabalo,
no God. You don't know say a God we say no God blessing, you know, cause you don't know his
Respect.
struggle, you know.
Yeah, man, definitely. Thank you, man. And I'm
Atabalo,
happy
what
to
you
know
need for
that
Big
the
up yourself.
you're doing your stuff, you know?
Look at us find a tick, just find a way how to link me, man, and me will link up, man, you know,
Yeah, man.
blessings, you know.
I get some guidance from Classic.
so
Mm.
Atabalo, what you need for the send it just follow
No, me
him.
send him a follow already. Me
All right,
follow him
so
already on his page, but me don't know if he more see it.
All right,
okay,
cool.
him need for us respond to it. At the same time, you can
Yeah, man,
send your
let's see it.
number by
Let's see it. Let's
spacing
see
it
it.
out in your when you send him a inbox message. All right, just space it out.
Yeah, me follow you back at about. Me see it. Yeah, man, cool. Hey.
Yeah, man, just space out
I'm
the
learning TikTok
number.
as we go along, you know. Yeah, I'm learning Classic. You and
Yeah,
Lexi.
man,
Yes,
see.
man, definitely.
Yeah, man, so you don't know me, we link up in all the best in your journey, you know.
All right, no problem, my brother.
Um,
Respect.
by the
Yeah,
way,
man, come there, fight the fight, see me, you know, so everything good and thing and me a go on good, see me, you know, so
Yeah,
blessings, you
yeah,
know.
man. Give thanks.
Mckulsky,
Respect. Yes,
I
my
don't know,
boss.
say God you put first, you know.
Definitely,
hold
my
on,
boss.
no move your thing at
Yeah.
a ball, no move your thing. Mckulsky, I first PNP this year get for vote for you, yeah?
Atabal?
Yeah, I
Yeah?
first
No,
comrade. Yeah,
no,
man,
no,
him a
no.
come vote for you.
I look at. All right, here, John.
Yeah?
Just try remember good, man. Remember Mr. Knight, can you
Yeah,
come like
man.
it?
Remember, no, man. Me know you're talking about, man. Remember Jerry and Devon and
So,
Mr. Knight and Billy and the whole of them.
yeah, man, I had a ball, man. Must say, me and Jerry used to go there. You don't know me things set up,
Remember
but
you Atabal.
I remember say, you see,
Yeah.
remember say road I used to live up from me, you know. Remember them
Right.
thing there. So
Right.
you don't know a thing set up. Remember
Yeah,
all sitting
man.
there, country spend sun the other day, the whole of it. Remember say I whole of we, you know, so.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Them time them I go
But
university, you know, Classic. But I live in
Yes,
the
yes.
community. I mean, and the guys in the community, we just take tea, you know? Though they
yeah, man, I
weren't.
remember saying, I remember saying, you come with your brother got made a school, man,
Yeah.
soon.
Martin,
So,
man.
you,
Sure.
so you don't know, say one thing.
All right,
Look at,
Tata.
look, I know, say my thing, a firm in a PMP thing still, but you don't know, say they see your virgin.
Yeah.
No matter if I'm not try, because you don't know, say we are one, brother. Jamaica, we
One.
say,
Same
if we see
way.
my friend are going good, me a big him up on me. Me support my friend them and because you
And you
don't know
can
say
give
at
him
the
the
country
vote.
and look you see me tell you thing you see me
Yes.
know
You
the
can
kind of
give him the
youth you
vote.
be you don't know so we a man believe in a God and you don't know say anything that we there and we are bridge we never have no argument nothing yet we always a
Never.
roll and it's
True.
just a friend thing and I wish you all the best and me don't want the best for you
Thank you.
because me don't
Thank you.
look you see me know what kind
Yeah.
of youth you be me know say you is a good youth and you always a try like you
Yeah.
always there on you and a be a friend thing than be a
Yeah.
joke and
Yeah.
run around the house and a be a fun thing done. So me remember them the thing them my
Atabal attack some 18, 19 years ago, you know, Classic.
look ya. Hey, look ya, you see.
Yes, man.
Remember say you been when I jovious brother my out like you just a frisky and like you understand loving and always a laugh brother and nothing no worry the thing brother. Remember them thing them my so me have to big up you and
Always a laugh, brother, and
True.
no
look at me
worry,
dep on me and
brother.
me I go
Remember
through
them
and
thing them eyes, so me have to big up you. Always a laugh, brother, and
But me, you
look
see,
look
ya.
at remember them thing them eyes, so me have to big up you. Always a laugh, brother, and
So,
yeah.
some feedback man.
look at remember them thing them.
Look at you see, it's all about saying like support, but if me come cause one of my big brethren them I say boy, this a side or side me will still show me support for you and I know say boy I want the best for you.
MP, you
Because
can
So
unmute now, yeah?
in other words, you got vote for him.
no me can't vote for him. Alright, look at me can't vote for him, me can't vote for nobody at all at the moment.
Okay.
Alright, look at me
But if you
can't
could,
vote for me can't vote for nobody at all at the moment.
so if you
MP,
could
draw
have
on
vote
the
for him, you'd have
screen on
vote
your
for him.
phone.
Me can't vote for
Look at me is a man only can say support and because we pay my run now me have strong link this the same you know.
Yes. Yeah, man. But no, you do your thing at the ball, man. No respect, man. I
No,
really
me have
appreciate that.
up this. I look at up this. Me born in up this. Up this. Me born in than up this. Me come from
Yeah.
move to upon me there. It's why you run now. So you don't know anything set up. Yeah.
But
All
we
right.
link up. All right,
Definitely,
look at
man.
me. We link up, man, because you can't talk everything, brother. Just link me up, because
Yeah.
you don't know say we are one blood.
No problem, man. Enough respect, man. Enough respect. Really happy to hear from you.
Because
You love hearing from you, man.
December me I come to Jamaica still now. Someone you link me up and we can link up, man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Yeah, just link me, just link me.
No doubt about that, my brother. Respect, yeah?
All right, blessings and God
Cool,
bless
cool.
for your journey, you know. I
Yeah,
wish you
man.
all the
Thanks.
best.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
All right,
Thank you.
one love.
Thank you. Respect. Thanks.
Mm.
Why bring back such great memories? Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, that's good, man.
Yeah.
See, one of your girlfriend is back. Shen.
Shen is back. Hi, Shen.
Mr. Mckulsky, let me just ask you something. I don't know if you can answer me, but I'm gonna ask anyway. Do you know if an official decision will be made as it pertains to who the party, how soon the party might make a decision on making the official candidate, or I don't know if someone else is running, but do you have any idea how soon that might happen?
All right. So, as it is now, coming out of a meeting with the party some time ago, the party asked myself and another gentleman in the constituency, who is one of the councillors, to go into the constituency and to meet the people and to have the person know us and understand us. And then the party will consult with the people, after which it will make its decision and the candidate will be announced. So I know for sure that both of us are on the ground and we're meeting the people and we're doing what we're supposed to do as per the instructions of the party. But I can't say when the party will conclude its consultation and name the candidate. But how I look at it, I'm just gonna share this for you. How I look at it is that I'm genuine about what I'm doing, and so no matter what happens, I am going to continue to push forward with the initiatives that I have on the table right now. And so I'm not even so much worried about when. I just want to know that the lives of the people are being improved, and that the party will not wait until it's too late, though, to make that adjustment, to make that announcement, so that at least the person can better coordinate the activities of the constituency and get the constituency in an election ready state. So honestly, I'm not able to say, but I'm just doing what I'm doing and hoping that good sense will prevail. I am very much confident of my competencies. I know what I can do. I know what the people want. I know what the constituency needs. I've assisted many other members of parliament and ministers to grow their constituencies. And I believe that it is only the time is right for me now to concentrate my efforts in Northeast Manchester. So I just leave it to time and God.
Well, Mr. Mckulsky, I don't even need to know the other candidate that's running because you have the whole damn package. I mean, classic way. But yeah, you have the whole damn package, and this is something that I mean, certain qualms that you might have with the party at times because we is our election year next year. I think candidates should have been finalized a long time ago. So at least you guys can know your standing and, well, you see, you have been putting in the work. So even if them say like I'll want 3 months before the election, which I hope they don't do, them say Mckulsky, all right, you will select, your work would have already started. You would have already, you've been putting in the work.
Yes.
And I'm just hoping that a decision can be made before the year ends because we have to start cranking up the machinery.
Yeah.
We have to start.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
No, I was hoping that this would have been settled ahead of conference, because conference is an opportunity to mobilize the base of the party and to get everybody back into the frame of elections and so forth. But as I say, I really can't speak to what is happening at that level. I'm just doing what I have to do on the ground to be qualified.
Another thing, as I listen to and I think this is why people, you mentioned something that you are genuine, and just listening to how you've been conversing with us, it just further emphasized the point where the JLP is a party with the better candidates of substance. Because I listen to you're not only someone with substance, but that genuineness. I feel that from how you've been speaking, and it's another thing why Jamaicans and constituents can relate to you, is that you said that you were from humble beginnings, just like a lot of Jamaicans.
Right.
And this is something where I don't even know how persons can even get up and say they're going to vote for Mark Golding, because Mark Golding, he cannot relate to the ordinary Jamaican.
Identify, correct. True.
He has never gotten up one morning and had to worry about what he's going to eat for breakfast or how he might go to school and whatever. This man went to school where royalties, members of the monarch went to. So he cannot identify with ordinary Jamaicans. And I hope persons really realize that also. But I just really wanted to just chime in again and ask, what is the position? How, if you have any idea. But thanks for answering. I get the drift of it.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
If I might jump in there, you see, I think how this work, right? If they should declare a candidate now, remember, if they say he should resign now, remember they have to have a by-election, and they doesn't want that. So I think it have to run a little bit more closer to the election.
Yeah, but Nigel is even now when the seat is going to be vacant. It's not like they're going to have a by-election for that either.
No. Yeah, that's why I said, they can just continue. They just can maybe, they can take him to the people and say, okay, this is the man who's going to take my position. But like if they should resign now, it cannot work like that, because they have to automatically call a by-election for that.
Yeah, but yeah. I think Delroy, what Chen is saying is that there need to be a definite position as to who the person is going to be, not
exactly,
necessarily
Mr. Mckulsky. Yeah,
necessarily to say to Audley, you need to resign. If the person is named as his successor, then, as you were saying, Delroy, he would now be able to take that person around and say, this is the person who the party is putting up as my successor. But with more than one person is now vying for the post, and the party has not made that decision, it has somewhat tied the hands of Audley and other persons to say, this is the person. Even going out there, I can't say, I am the person. I have to be saying, I am vying for the post.
Yeah.
I am vying for the post, and I'm hoping that I'll be selected. So the party needs to settle on that part of it.
Trust me on this one. To be honest with you, I don't really know the other person or hear about the other person. But guess what? Based on what I see and what I heard, this is the perfect one. Guess what? They have to put up something another, like that councillor guy. He said he want this spot, right? So they have to give him a fair run to say, okay, you go and meet the people. But in the end, here's the people going to choose. Right. That's how it works.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Yeah, man. Understood.
Yeah, man. Sounds good, man. Any other question for Sir Mckulsky? And thank you, Lexi, for the gifts. Thank you, Trudelin. Thanks to everyone else who has been tapping up the live goal, all right? Thank you so much. And I really appreciate when I spoke to Mckulsky and I told him about the program, and he said, yeah, man, definitely I will come on. You understand? And one of the things I appreciate is that every one of our candidates that I reach out to, they haven't hesitated. Them not hype. You understand? Them not hype none at all. Them just say yes. And appreciate that, man. And I want you to carry on the work, because I believe that taking on this road or this role, it's not an easy shoes to fill. But you have been filling it quite fine, perfectly fine.
Yeah,
It's like you're the MP already.
yeah. You know, classic, being a leader in this institution, this school, I mean, the largest formal institution in the constituency, you become a household name. I have 1,600 students. I have 100 teachers, and I have 36 other staff
At
members.
them amount of picking them want to, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be, yeah, it's almost difficult for you not to become a household name. Worse, when you're doing well and transforming the institution and impacting people's lives in positive ways, naturally, people gonna see you as a leader, and people gonna gravitate towards you, and you're gonna feel motivated to wanting to support people. So I guess that's a blessing of it.
Yeah, man, definitely. So the person was asking if he's a principal. Yes, he's a principal of the second best high school in Jamaica, Homewood High School.
More
Yeah, in
technical,
Glenmore.
technical.
Yeah, Homewood Technical. True. Hey, me say, he could have had me when they usually win champs every year. I say, man.
I'm sure when I become MP, I'm gonna support the school to return to those days.
Oh no, Edwin Allen, you wait.
Yeah.
Hey, Mckulsky.
Oh boy.
Good evening,
Yes,
sir.
Zaire.
Yes, I am from Lichfield, Manchester.
You
Litchfield.
have to talk up a bit more,
No, I'm
my
at work.
friend.
I have to respond. Yeah, I'm from Lichfield. You familiar with Lichfield?
Litchfield?
Yes,
You mean in Northeast Manchester?
yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I've been there. I went through there with Lizzie last election.
Oh, okay. The biggest problem that we have is water and
Water.
road. What is your plan for that year, please? If you
With
become
what's the
MP,
plan for the
water and road.
All right. So as I was sharing earlier, Zaire, I am not well. I'm not overly knowledgeable. Let me put it this way, of all the realities surrounding water in the constituency. I know for sure that well, I struggle. I put it this way: I struggled as a school principal with water issues, to the point where over the last 2 years, I invested in over 40,000 gallon catchment facility on campus to address the water issue that I'm having here. And so I can understand and appreciate that the common citizens, residents are having issues with water, where water is concerned. Not much investment would have happened over the last couple of years with regards to building out the water infrastructure. And so there has to be a conversation with the minister. Well, I can't say it anymore. Minister Samuda and we have a very close bond, a very close friendship. And what I'll do from now is to seek to have a conversation with him as to what is happening where water is concerned in Northeast, to see if there's a plan really. And if there is one, then I will seek to better familiarize myself with it so that I can provide practical suggestions and can advance that cause. If there's not one, then I will seek to agitate to get him to undertake the development of a plan for Northeast Manchester. But until then, and until we get water into the different households, we have to find ways and means of encourage water harvesting whether it be that we're going to, through government, provide the water tank support system, or we're going to provide grants or whatever. Something must happen in order to boost the water storage capacity of the different households. So this is another area that I will have to spend some quality time and reason it out, so that I can, whenever I can speak from an informed position, and one that is of practical, is practical. So just give me some time, afford me the opportunity to do the necessary checks. And by the time I should release the manifesto for the constituency, the development of the constituent, I'm sure there will be a comprehensive and relatable water solution strategy.
Okay, I appreciate that. I have a next question. I know you have in Litchfield, you have a lot of crown lands that they say belongs
Yeah.
to the government, where you
Right.
have people overseas
Farming.
who really don't want to live in any other community but that community. But however, the lands are there and they cannot purchase it. So they don't know where to turn to get papers and nothing to buy those lands to develop the community. You think if you become a member of parliament, you will be able to look into that matter and see if we can develop the community by purchasing those lands and so forth.
Put it this way, you see, everything has to be put into context. Crown lands, governments, our successive government, they usually are not too keen on just divesting themselves of crown property, for a number of reasons. And one is because when it comes on to their, especially this government is trying its very best to kind of structure the build out of properties, right? The building out of infrastructure and so forth. And so when you have communities that are poised for development, you want to not be too quick to divest the lands that you have, but to build out your development program, your development strategy before you start inviting persons to purchase. Because if you divest yourself of those, you may find yourself in a position where when you want it back to do certain things to aid the community, the wider community, may not be readily available. And so I am not privy to the details of which you speak, but if that is the case, and I am member of parliament, certainly we will have to look at the development plan for that particular area. And if the development plan does not include those sections of those lands for government infrastructural projects, then definitely I'll make representation on behalf of the people for them to access those properties. But one wants to take into consideration the fact that they may be reserving, keeping those for future development. So it requires research, my brother.
Questions to Zaire. Did they try, the persons who try to get contacts or whatever for the lands, did they try to contact the municipal?
Yes, they tried, and they
It's
said they
more
must.
land agency.
They tried, and they said they must get a number for the land, and they can't get any number for the land, and they send
Not
them to
hearing. Sorry, I
Kingston.
didn't hear you.
No, I said they tried, but they replied and said they cannot do nothing without they get number for the land, get a number for the land.
You know, let me just share this though, Zaire.
There's a geosystem, you know. There's a hold on the
right.
Mckulsky. There's a geosystem. Each municipal corporation has a geosystem. Let them look on the geosystem and locate the land and tell you what is happening. You hear? They have that technology.
Right.
So
It
not make them
exists.
fool
It
you like that.
exists.
Even the
Because I've gone to the
same
office.
tax office has it too.
Yeah, man. True. I've gone to the office on land agency on multiple occasions, and I am pretty much familiar with the system that you're speaking of. But let me just give a word of advice to Zaire. Zaire, if
Yeah.
the government may not be quick to sell the property, but I'm sure they may be interested in leasing the property, right? Especially for farming purposes and for certain kind of structure that are not permanent. But so my suggestion is that you encourage persons to lease the property for whether it be over 5 years or 10 years, but to lease it for agricultural purpose, whatever it is that they want to do outside of building. And when they're on the and they further application for the property to be made available to them. Try that approach and it may just work.
I'm speaking on behalf of the diaspora, the people who live in the diaspora want to come home and build, but
Right.
they want to buy. They don't want to farm.
Or they want to build
Yeah, they
and to
want to.
return home and stuff.
They don't want to go to any other community because that community is one of the best community ever.
Have,
The people is
yeah. Have
dirty.
you ever
They don't.
have they ever reached out to the member of parliament?
Oh, Alisha. Yeah,
Yes.
they reach out many times, but I mean, like, it's,
Is that
I
here?
mean, like, it seems, yeah, I said they reach out many times, but it seems like Shaw just give up. I
Hello?
mean, yeah, you hear me?
Zaire, you need
Zaire,
to
you're
speak
really low. That
louder
is
because
why
the
we keep
background is
telling you
is
to
more
speak up
louder than
louder.
you.
Put the mic.
Hello?
Yeah, you hear me? You not hear
Yeah.
me?
Put the phone closer to your mouth, man.
Hello?
All right. So,
You not hear me?
Are you hearing Zaire? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
What they're saying is take yourself
all
away
right. I
to a
think he's gone.
restroom and close the door so they can hear you because no one can hear you. Your internet is weak or something? No one can hear what you're
Yeah,
saying.
you hear me?
I am hearing you now, but you
Oh,
have
okay.
to project your voice. Speak up a little louder.
Classic.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man,
Yeah, I
I'm
said,
hearing. I'm hearing.
yeah, I'm saying they try to get to the member of parliament, but I mean, like, on many occasions, but no respond.
All right. So classic. If we're able to make contact outside of the setting, I can create a link between the member of parliament and whomever those persons are. So at least some converse, and I can follow up with him also to secure some response from read on the matter. So let us try and connect outside of the setting for me to assist in the advancement of that.
All right, good night, everyone.
Good night.
I'm just taking
See
up
my
about
number.
3
Hold
minutes.
on, my friend. That for everyone who wants to get through to the MP to be our next MP, my number is on my page. You can always drop me a WhatsApp and just let me know that it's really Mckulsky you want to get through to, and I'll
Okay.
just do the right thing. All right. So, Trudelin, go ahead, and then from there, Vassal.
Hi.
Yeah, okay.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night
Good night.
to Mr. Hibrim Mckulsky. Am
It's
I saying the name correct?
Hidran. It seems as
Oh, I'm so sorry.
no man, no issue with that. It seems as if when my daughter created this account, she accidentally typed an M instead of the N. So it's Hidran, not Hidram. Hidran. Hidran.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
Hidran.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
but that's all right.
much.
I'm good. Yes.
It's all good. I love when people correctly say their name so I can correctly say their name
Yeah,
because
no
I
problem.
have an issue with people saying my name incorrectly. It's
Yes.
Trudlin and people keep saying it the wrong way. But it's okay. It's neither
Yes.
here nor
Yeah.
there. I
Yeah.
joined the program a bit late because I didn't come on initially when you just started. But
Yes.
from what I'm hearing, I'm not from your constituency, but
Yes.
from what I'm hearing, I love I'm a laborite at heart.
Yes.
I love hearing good things about the Jamaica Labour Party, and from what I'm hearing, you sound to be someone who is firm, assertive, know where you want to go, and is seeking to get to your destination. You will be setting the trend, and you will be doing things and going places, and for that I am supporting you 1000%.
Thank you
Thank
much,
you so much, Mr. Classic, for bringing to the forefront Mr. Mckulsky, and I hope for future reference that we will get to meet each constituency representative on here so we can know who is out there for us and for the future of the Jamaica Labour Party and what they are bringing to the forefront. So the assignments would have been issued and people know what they are, and we will be going for them. That is all I want to say right now. Thank you
Okay,
so much
great.
again. Have a blessed night.
So the next person I want to bring up is Job Boss, you know. You don't know who named Job Boss?
No.
Damian Young. You'll be running against
wow.
Michael Phillips.
That's great.
Yeah, man. And then on the 7th, I should be having Rhoda on the program. All right.
Yes,
and by the way, people, remember, the 4th is my birthday. I'm accepting gifts, cash, kind, everything. If not one motor vehicle,
Thank you so much, Mr. Mckulsky, for coming on. You know what? Today we were talking on a live, and people were talking about how they felt. I think Marcia from down in Montego Bay, I think she's abroad now, but she was talking about how we feel and the things that we don't see happening. And when I got on here, I was about to go to bed, and I said, let me check to see who is live. Because I never remembered you said it earlier. Yesterday you said it, Classic, that you were going to have the special guest.
Yes.
So, you know, and then I came on and I said, oh my word. You know, it wasn't like a can of worms were being opened. It's like an abyss of excitement. Dr. Clark is going, but there is a whole wealth. You know, we talk about the dinosaurs leaving, and we talk about them not leaving or giving. We're not so sure what's happening. And here it is that Mr. Mckulsky is coming, and the Shaw is exiting. And, you know, I would love to see the camaraderie between both you and Dr. Shaw and Mr. Shaw, sorry. And I'd love to see much more of that continuing throughout the party. So we will feel rest assured that even though the older ones are transiting, they're not, well, they're still alive. They're exiting certain activities or portfolios or assignments that they would have had. And then we don't want to feel as if it's not continuing. There's no continuance. So today we can say, yes, there's continuance, and the show must go on because the mandate is there. The assignments would have been given, and people know what the whole narrative is and what they should be bringing to the forefront so that we can feel like, yes, the JLP machinery continues, and our predecessors will continue. The successive things are continuing, if you know what I mean. The machinery is going, it's moving. You know, oil change not needed. It not need no brake, no dispatch, no nothing. Engine a function good. And we not deal with no tranny. So we are move forward. You know what I mean?
Amen to that. All right, so we're going to take on Vassal now. And I'm pretty sure that Mr. Mckulsky want to attend to his family and his children. And Miss Alexia draw closer and closer to him. Like she not see me or so, but I saw it go. Yes, I mean I get nothing for my birthday from her eyes.
It's not intentionally.
Greetings everyone.
Greetings, Vassal.
Mr. Mckulsky,
Yes, sir. Greetings.
you're supposed
Mr.
to know the
Vassal.
name.
Vassal. I know quite a number of vassals.
Know yourself, Mr. Mckulsky. You know me good and me know you very well.
All right.
Just think about the constituency office.
The constituency office?
Oh, yes, man.
Northeast?
Yes,
Oh!
man.
What's up, man?
All right. Need I say no more, sir?
Yes, man. Why you jump out, leave me, man? You run, leave me?
No, you see,
That's Lance.
thank you.
All right, Lance.
Cool. Family matter, you know?
Yes, I
But
understand.
regardless of the fact, I am still in the constituency.
Yeah, definitely. For sure.
Even the local government election,
Yes.
I was at work.
Yes.
And I couldn't bear the heat, so I left work and I went home.
Yes.
And I took out my workers list and I called my workers.
Yes.
And implored them to go out and work and vote.
Yes, man. True.
And,
That is good.
I can tell you this, regardless of who is selected.
Yes.
I have already set aside my 2 weeks to come down and work and organize.
Yeah, man.
Because
true. We're gonna need that support.
You know.
Yes.
How deep my roots are.
Sure.
In that constituency.
Sure.
And to you, I would say, no matter who is selected,
yes,
whether you are the other candidate,
right,
or if it's someone else,
yeah,
the greater good is to ensure that
the party retains the constituency.
Yes, but especially Valentine.
Yeah.
Don't get his claws and Northeast Manchester.
True.
Yeah. You know? The only person on this live knows the work that I do in Northeast Manchester.
Right.
You see a man.
Yeah, man. True. You're a tower of strength, and boy, you leaving really jerked the constituency. You traveling overseas, but as you say, when the time comes, you'll return to give support. So we're looking forward to that.
Yes, man. Even yesterday, a worker called me and was literally crying.
Yeah.
And she said, "Boy, you need to come back home.
Mm-hmm. Persons are panicking, and persons are panicking.
I will be home.
Yeah, man. The thing is, Sir Vassal, people are panicking, and I'm saying to them, don't be. Just remain focused. Do the work on the ground. Continue to keep your people mobilized and motivated. I went to a popular business place in Christiana recently. Popular business place that is operated by a staunch comrade. And he said to me, Mckulsky, you are the best man for the constituency. He said, I'm on the other team, and I have a position.
Yes. Dante.
The other man, because we can beat the other man good and proper. Mm-hmm. And I said to myself, I will not get into that kind of politics, but I will continue to push, because I realize that the PNP in the constituency, the thought of competing with me is somewhat creating a certain level of nervousness. And that is good, and that is why I'm saying to the Labourites, don't be panic. Let us just do what we need to do to get the candidate, get me selected as candidate, so that we can put in the work and win the constituency.
Yeah, there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and even though I'm living overseas now, I still maintain my contact with the constituency. I still encourage them to go out and do the enumeration.
Mr. Vass,
Yes,
Mr.
Lex.
Vass, not cutting you. You said you wanted to, you said you wanted to address something about the lands that Zaire was talking about.
Oh, yes. The land that Zaire is talking about. Down by Crawl Litchfield. That land is owned by the Backside Company.
Oh, so it's not government owned?
No, it's not government land. I remember when former Councillor Mitchell was trying to get a parcel of that land to develop it for a sporting ground, to give them a little play area in that community. And he had actually had to go through the Backside Company to get that land. What happened is if you need the land to farm on, you can apply through them and they'll lease you the land. In terms of putting up concrete structure on the land is a no-no. Probably a lot of people don't know that area, but Backside Company have land from Crawl all the way up to Top Hill through Contrivance, all the way back around to Shudley, to Langpan. And it is a vast stretch of land that they have. And you will not be able to buy that land to put up a concrete structure on it.
So they're more leaning to the lease part. They don't want it to be something that is permanent.
Yes, they will lease the land to do farming, but to put up a concrete structure on the land, it's not something that I would encourage you to do.
So, guys, we are in our final 5 minutes, okay? So, let me just move on to Dante so he can get his fair share. And thank you, here, Vassal.
No, man, Vassal can continue. I just want to talk to you about job boss, so, yeah, man, Vassal can continue.
Now you can talk, man. Now you can talk.
Yeah, man, all right. I mean,
inbox.
Yeah.
Good.
So, Mr. Okay, so MP, did you hear what Vassal said about the land that Zaire was talking about?
Yeah, man, sure. Yeah,
Okay.
sure. I'm familiar with the locations and stuff, and he has shed some light on it that it is not the land agency, but more the Backside Company. So we can talk with them because I am in dialogue with them about another parcel of land now that is being used for agricultural purposes. So I can seek to further dialogue with them to see what is happening there.
Mr. Mckulsky, I am on the job, you know.
Yes, Lance.
And you know where you're feeling me.
Yeah, man, no problem. No respect.
Day by yard. You see,
yeah, man.
If you come back a Christian division, you know, it's not something I am object to, because I have gotten calls from people to return and take back my position in Northeast Manchester. It's something that I'm thinking about, and I'm thinking about it, you know, because I love Northeast Manchester. I love Northeast Manchester.
Vassal,
yes, ma'am.
Mama shed some light on your decision. Go on, don't walk, run. Don't walk, run.
Lexi, if you would have to be on the ground with me when I'm campaigning and working. I am not the type of person who is in the office. I am a person who depends on the road every single day.
Yeah, man. You can't sit down and expect things to come to you for go out the feet. That's why I said don't walk, run.
It's more of a family thing than for me personally.
Well, me get it.
You know?
So, Mr. MP,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
wouldn't tell you no 1 million at one time. You drag him
Yeah.
here, drag him
All
behind you,
right.
drag him.
All right. All right. No problem. Well, I think based on what Classic said earlier, the time may run out now. We may cut
Yeah,
off.
man. So just we're gonna wrap up now. I
Yes.
give you a minute to say something, to say what it is you have to say. The final
I
words.
just want to say thanks. Thanks for this opportunity. I mean, I've learned so much tonight about TikTok. I want to say that this is my first TikTok live interview, interaction, and trust me, how you guys relate to me, the suggestions. I mean, I feel like I know all of you guys from long time, and I'm just humbled by the reception and by the commitment, the support, and I'm really looking forward to serving and of course to coming back here for more suggestion, more advice, and for you to continue to do what you're doing, promoting the Jamaica Labour Party as we move towards this third term and for the greater good of the country. So thank you very much, Classic. Thank you very
Yeah, man.
much, members, listeners, persons who commented. Thank you very much, Lexi, who co-chaired the team. I
You're
mean,
welcome.
Shen, all of my brethren, then we'll link up back with Atabal, Vassal, everybody. This is just like a big family setting, family experience. My people from South Manchester, enough respect. Really appreciate you. And thanks for the opportunity again, my brother.
Yes, man. And people, remember to follow him, because I'm gonna change the emoji and all these things, and
Yeah,
he'll be
man.
posting contents and so on. And if you have not subscribed to Classic JM876 on YouTube, please to do so. We have a whole lot of contents over there, and listen, over there so the information war there. You think TikTok hot? Over there so it hot, you hear?
All right.
And this will be posted, if not tonight, tomorrow morning. All right. And when I send it to you, Mr. Mckulsky, I want you to flood it. If you send it to every one of your youths, your students, they will send it to who they need to send it to, and ask them to
Right.
subscribe. You understand? We don't post things that will lead them astray.
All right.
That's for sure. Yeah,
All right,
man.
cool. No
So
problem. I look forward
yeah,
to you
man.
sharing to see what's there.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Enough
As the
respect and
people
thanks
in the
again.
comments are shower labor right, and I see a whole lot of people in the comments who is will be voting for you.
Yeah,
A
man.
whole
Enough
heap of,
respect.
whole heap of people from your area is out.
Yeah, man.
A whole
Enough
lot.
respect.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
The one of your biggest cheerleader is surname Angela Grant.
Yeah, see
Yeah,
Angela
man.
there.
Yeah, man. That's one of your biggest cheerleader. So
Yeah.
again, people, thank you. Thanks for coming out. Much appreciated as usual. And it's like family as usual. So have a great night, guys. I am pretty sure another laborite is having their live right now. So go over and you can support if you're not ready for go your bed yet. Me and Lexi, we are going to bed now.
Good night,
All right.
everyone. Good
All
night,
right. Take
shower
care.
Good night,
Thank
good
you.
Good
night.
laborites.
night, people.
Good night.
All right. Bye
Night.
bye.
All right. Good
Bye.
night. Good night. Good night.